You aren't your past. Let me say that again. You are not your past, man. I know a lot of us struggle with this concept of sticking to your past mistakes, right? A lot of us feel as though because we used to be this type of person, you can't grow. A lot of us feel like because we've made these certain mistakes in the past, that's just who we are, right? I'm here to tell you that all of that is bullshit. All of that is it's not true, man. Right? As humans, the goal of this life is to learn as we go and to grow as we go. As humans, we need to understand that yes, you may have made that mistake in the past. Yes, you may have been this type of person, but that doesn't mean you can't grow and transform from that to this day. That doesn't mean that today, it's June 26, 2026, the day I'm filming this, right? That doesn't mean today, June 26, 2026, you can't completely change the trajectory in your life path of where you're going and who you are. A lot of people feel like the mistakes that they made in the past, women, you might have, got around back in high school. You might have had this reputation in high school. Fellas, you might have had this reputation as being this tough nigga, being this crash out, right? Being this nigga who just doesn't care about, his life in any way, shape, or form. I'm here to tell you, man, that every one of us has to grow up. Every one of us is capable of changing and getting on the right path. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how many reformed street dudes I know that were the toughest, the roughest and toughest back when they were in school, right? The roughest and toughest back right after high school when they graduated. They were banging, they were fighting, they were shooting, they were doing this, they were doing that. And now they're family men. They're reformed. They're heading on the straight and narrow path. Do you know how many women I know, and I've seen this a lot. Do you know how many women I know that had the reputation when we went to high school together of being this girl who just goes for anything, being this girl who just goes for everybody, right? Being this girl who doesn't respect herself, being this girl who opens her legs for anybody. You know how many girls I've known personally where I've seen them years down the line and it looks like they've completely turned their life around for the better? It looks like they're a mother now. They're all about their children. They aren't on that anymore. They hold respect for themselves. They respect their boundaries. They, respect the other people's boundaries. You know how many women I've seen like that? I want to give y'all a quick story, actually, because this just came to my head, right? I was out, and I do DoorDash from time to time, right? So I was out, and I was doing DoorDash after my shift at work, right? And I had picked up this order, and it was for this one girl. I'm not going to say her name, but I seen the name, and I'm like, that name look real familiar, right? So I pick up the order from the restaurant, and I drive over to drop it off. I pull up to the neighborhood, and I'm not thinking nothing of it, right? I walk in. It's a leasing office. This girl works in a leasing office of some random neighborhood, right, in my city. I walk in there, and lo and behold, it is exactly who I thought it was. It was that girl that I went to high school with. When I tell y'all, the energy around her, the aura around her just seemed completely different, right? When I tell y'all, she seemed so much happier. She seemed so much more at peace, right? She was dressed up. She had this suit on. I don't know if it's like a suit for girls, whatever you guys call it, but she had one of them girl type of suits on, right? She had a bunch of jewelry on, makeup. She looked nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, she was very soft spoken, not how she was in high school. She was very rowdy and, you know what I'm saying, in your face in high school and everything like that, right? And she was known as a goer, right? For a lack of better terms. Um, yeah, man, I'm just seeing her and I'm talking to her, right? And like I said, her energy just felt different. She felt like she was completely reformed and changed as a person. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could just tell she held so much more respect for herself than she did back then when we were younger and we were kids, right? I'm having this conversation with her and I'm like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? How are you? You know what I'm saying? How have things been for you in these last few years? I haven't seen you in however long, da 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 da, right? And she's basically telling me like, yeah, man, like I ended up having a kid. I, I'm just a mom now. Like I care about my son more than anything in the world. I don't go out. And granted, she could have been telling the truth. She could have been lying. Who knows? But the energy that I was getting from her, it seemed like she was being genuine. Like it didn't seem like she was on that no more. But yeah, she was basically saying like, yeah, she has a kid now, a son. She's a mother, and that's like, you know, mainly everything that she's focused her time and energy on. And she she doesn't go out, she doesn't party anymore, she doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she doesn't hang out with all these random type of guys and dudes that she was hanging out with back when we were in school. And it was such a mind-blowing thing to me because it was just like, man, like I remember this girl. Like she had so much dirt on her name back then. Like there was, bro, I'm talking about she did foul shit back then. Like there was a video floating around about, you know what I'm saying, some shit that she did with a popsicle. You could use your imagination, right? You can use your imagination, but she had a crazy video floating around back then. She just had this reputation, right? And it was just like, damn, like to see her elevate and look like a real professional businesswoman. She's had a child. She's taking care of herself. She said she got closer with God, and like her energy just felt peaceful. I love to see that. I say all that to say, man, like that was back in high school, bro. Like we were kids, you know what I'm saying? And that past probably followed her for a very, very long time until she decided to put her foot down and change it. I don't know if it was the child. I don't know if it was, you know what I'm saying, her having that son and just having to grow up faster. But like something about her energy, it was just completely changed. And I love to see that. I love to see that from my people, man. I love when, you know, people I knew back in the day, I sound like an old nigga. Back in the day, they've changed for the better, right? I spoke on this in a past video, right? When I was out dashing and shit too. There was another guy back in like middle school, right, who had the roughest reputation. Like he was this big street nigga. Like everybody knew, like, you know, when you that nigga around your city, like, and everybody know, like, oh yeah, he'll do this to you. Like, yo, don't fuck with him. He'll do this. He'll do that, right? I remember I had ran into him, right, in a restaurant too, and he had a suit on. He had looked like he had just got off work, and you feel me? Like that don't mean the nigga don't still get busy. That don't mean he don't still do the same type of shit that he was doing. But again, I spoke on this in a past video. Like that's not the vibe I was getting at all, man. And I follow him. We follow each other. I know he has a kid too. Like, y'all are probably seeing a theme here. Like, at some point, everybody has to grow up. Everybody has to change, right? And I say that to say, man, it doesn't matter what you did in your past. There's no mistake that you made that's just irreversible. There's no mistake that you made that was just so bad that you can't recover from it, right? Unless you did something so horrible, you threw your life away, you're in prison, you crashed out completely, right? But if you're still out in the free world, if you still have breath in your lungs and you can wake up and get to it every day, man, do it. Transform your life, man. Grow. I need y'all to understand that just because you made mistakes in the past, that doesn't mean that you are your past. have a full identity shift, man. Grow. That's what this whole life thing is about. I need y'all to understand, ladies, females, fellas, all of us, man. We can all grow from our past. That's all I really wanted to get on here and say, man. This video ain't gonna be too long. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Just if you don't take anything from this, know that you are not your past, and that any mistake you made can be reversed, and you can grow and live a beautiful life. That's all I wanted to say, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.